In today's video, we're going to cover the stance and setup for bunkers, the swing, and most importantly, the hand position, because not many people actually realise that getting the hands lower in a bunker shot makes the club face sit squarer, and this is so important for hitting great bunker shots. How would you rate your bunkers?
Bit of a lottery. Possibly our bunkers aren't the best, but I might find out shortly that our bunkers are fantastic.
If I said something really quite brutal, people that struggle in bunkers tend to blame the bunkers.
Blame the bunkers, yeah.
Now, and it does play a part, but one thing I would say is, like, different shots require different skills. Well, let's talk about our baseline skill to start with.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Okay.
let's see it. Like, whatever you do, no pressure here.
Yep.
And is that a typical strike?
Yeah, that's probably somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, play one again for me. That was a tasty one. That was a tasty one.
Yeah.
But, like, you're sort of in between them happening and...
Yeah, I could thin it there.
So, let's sort of analyse what we're sort of seeing here. What I would say is you're making the same swing as if you were hitting a 7-iron full. And that's then why it's a bit of a lottery. Now, if you were playing a fairway bunker shot, Link, your technique looks good. But what I see is you're very prone to that one. Okay, and I bet when you've got sand as bunkers with a lot of sand, with a lot of sand in. Bunkers with a lot of sand in, you tend to then leave it in. Would you say?
Yeah. It's just a bit of a lottery.
Okay.
You know?
So what I want you to do here is we're going to go slightly narrower stance. Okay, because you were really quite wide, and ball was a long way forward.
Yep.
So if I exaggerate that with my ball forward and wide, if I lean back to sort of get it out, what am I always going to be?
That's what I do.
Yeah. It's almost like because your brain goes, right, I need to lean back, I need to get it out. This is what we're going to do a little bit of training. We're going to do... So I've got two lines here. We're going to try and contact the back line through and take out the second line. All right? Okay. But have a look at my stance here. I've gone narrower. That's my first port of call. My ball position's a little further back than what you had. And I really feel I sit down and weight left. Now look at my face also. What is it? More, would you say it's more open or more closed?
Open, isn't it?
Yeah. Now that's where I want you to be. Before, like this. Now to add to this, I'm just going to hit one away here and have a look at my follow through. Okay. See how I went, hit the back line, took out the second line. Now with that, our club is starting to work and favour working through the sand. Because think about the sole of this club, right? It will glide through the sand if it's set up right. Yours wants to dig, which is why you try to pick it off. Now, what would you say is different about my follow through there? Did I feel did I come all the way around?
You weren't a committed full swing, no.
No, it was a little bit smoother, a little bit softer. And I'll hit one again for you. So, narrower stance, ball or club head inside. I'm looking at the back line, taking out the back. Now that's where I finished. Look at this. I'm not all the way through, because that makes it very, very hard to hit into the sand. So we're trying to feel the club works into the sand, under the ball. The ball's just popping out, right? You'll get this, John, now. So I would also say, like, the bunker shot is probably unlike any other in the sense of it's a little bit more wristy. A little bit more wristy. So let's pop the ball down here. And dead easy to do this, everybody. I'll just lay your club in the sand. Get a line. Get a line. Get a line. Right. You want to take out the back and hit through to the front. Good. Open that face a little more. Right, that's it. I'm going to lower those hands slightly. So it's going to be lower. And go lower with your body.
Okay.
And weight a bit more left. Let go. Right, now. Hands on.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Different noise?
Yeah.
We hit a little bit too back of that, so that's where our line was. So this is why this drill is great. You get a real good sort of focus of, okay, did I enter the sand too early? Well, yes. You can see here. So then we go, okay. And I think the best thing about when you can practice now and you do this, you've got reference points to what you were doing wrong. So if you didn't hit the back line and you just got the ball, you know you tried to lift it too much. Okay, let's go again. So have a look at this and face on. So slightly open that face a little more. That's it. Then put our grip on. Good. Then you're going to go, this is really important, we're going to go low, weight left. And that weight stays on that left side.
Okay.
Well done. 2 for 2. What's that, about 10 feet?
Yeah, that's okay. Take that. Not quite where I'm thinking of landing it, but it's not bad,
No,
actually.
and I would say we can do a little bit more to help that in a second, but let's hit one more for me, just like that. So again, that was a bit close, wasn't it? But still a little bit sand early. So really feel that you keep that weight more left. I don't finish. Just short the green. How would you analyse those last few shots?
Yeah, just a little bit too far. I'm hitting too far back. Too far on the back line. Just let me have another go.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
No. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be excited to hit a bunker shot.
Get up there.
Right, I'm going to get you to pause, and then you're going to hit this again in a second. So, I just think you need to hit the club back a bit longer.
Right.
Personally, you've not got enough momentum now in the shot. And think why. If your face is open, think about this on a full shot. If you hit a shot with an open face, would you need more momentum? Hit it the same distance if you had a square face?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so let's just now be a little more relaxed. Same setup. Let the club swing a little further. Now look, I'm letting it swing. We're a little bit like this. We've gone from one extreme to the other there.
Yeah.
So let the club swing and into the sand. I'm swing into the sand. I'm still keeping my weight left. I'm still keeping my sternum down. I've still got my hands low. But I'm letting it swing a little further and work a little more in. Now look at that finishing position. I like what you're doing on the way through, but yours is all down here because you've not got enough momentum. Lovely setup. Lovely noise.
It's better.
Beautiful. Now look where you
Better.
contacted it.
Yeah, a little better.
You contacted right on the line. Now for me, that's happening for a few reasons. One, if I swing the club back longer, what does the club head tend to do? Go higher. If it goes higher, what can it do more? Hit down. Right, we're going to repeat that again. Good. Weight left, bit narrower. Weight left. Keep the weight left. Now, pause there. Just watch yourself. It's not weight left. This is really important for everybody watching. It's not weight left and add loads of shaft lean. So we're not adding weight and shaft lean, and this is really important for everybody from face on. We're weight left, but our hands are still staying on the golf ball. So we're not weight left and shaft lean. We're weight left and hands are staying more on the ball. That can be a little more open. Let go. That's it. Now we're good. Now we're cooking on gas. Ah, lovely noise. Now look at that, just popping out. Even though we caught it a little heavy. Where are we?
That was right under it. Just threw it up nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
Let's just watch where we're aiming on this one. Let's aim a little bit more towards target.
Yeah.
It's not easy actually, to be fair. I've put these lines where we're a bit that way, so we might...
When you've got your club face so open, it feels like you're aiming right.
Really good point, right? So look at this. This is why I think we can get the hands a little lower. So if I have my hands normal position like there, with my face open, where does my face point?
Well, you go
Way out
further
for right, yeah. So if I hit this shot now and show you, and I'll hit this, where does it go? To the right. Right? Now if I do the same technique, but I do this with, okay, my hands start there, my hands are lower, look where this ball now goes. So I think we just need the hands a little lower.
Yeah, all right.
And I get it, right, because you're looking there going, oh my God, it's way open. But the habit you've got there is going back to square, and then the club can't work the sand the way we need it to. Okay, so feedback there. I mean, I love everything about the setup, but just you can drop this hand. So essentially, you're getting the loft to point back to target. So sort of ignore the leading edge, get the loft to point back to target. Can you see the difference on that?
Yeah.
No lines now, no stabilisers. Little narrower stance. Good, and get the weight a bit more left. Weight a bit more left. And the hands a little lower. Don't go lower yourself, that's it. Oh, what a bunker shot that was. Look at that, how he interacted the sand.
Yeah.
How did it pop up?
That was not too shabby.
That was very good. All right, do it again. And you had no stabilisers there, no line. But you'll start to see, right? I always say about hitting these 2 lines, but really, you've got a bigger margin for error if you've got your face a little bit more open. When your face is square, you've got to be so perfect in getting that off. That's why everyone goes to me, Alex, my bunkers are good sometimes. It's a little bit of a lottery. Well, yeah, it sounds bad, this, like, I don't know how to say an analogy. I could do something once, but trying to do it again is really hard. I couldn't think of an analogy, that's really bad, but you get my point.
Okay.
Lovely shot. Beautiful.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
any more questions on that? Like,
No, there's plenty there to work on.
right,
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to hit one more for me. I want you to really test yourself on this last shot. I'll give you a good lie. I want you to go, okay, how high can I get this to go? How high? I'm not bothered about distance, how high? So how could you get it go higher? What 2 things are you going to do? Without nothing in the swing, I think, okay, 3 things. Only thing I'm going to say is to hit it higher, you've got to hit it harder.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's 2 things you can do at setup, and this is what I think will really help you.
Okay, come on.
More open
Right.
and lower hands. So hopefully we can see now the correlation. If we open it more, what have we got to do more? Bring our hands lower.
Right.
So now I get the loft with more loft, but more pointing back to target. Right, this is a bit of fun, this. Test yourself at the end of every session, where you go really low with the hands, really open. Weight left though, don't lean back. That's it. Just caught the sand a little bit
Yeah, a
early.
bit too early, wasn't it? Yeah.
So watch your ball position there. It was too far forward. So ball position there was on the left heel, not a club head inside. And it's interesting. That's why I go to everybody. Go on,
Yep.
just do something different, because you're sort of in a false sense of security there. Whereas few were really good, but let's just test it. So ball position same. So club head inside your left heel. So a little further back. So move to your left. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. You've gone a bit too far there. A little bit that way. There we go. So a little bit more open. Weight more left. That's
Crikey, that is so weird.
Go on, have a go. I mean, you're not going to play most bunker shots like this.
No, I know.
Ah, there you go. Easy now. You put the brakes on, gone. You went back to short. Yeah. There, you let it go. Boof into the sand.
Up she went.
Up she went, and look how quick it stopped.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Like, I'm not saying you have to hit it that hard and that open all the time, but now you're starting to get a backspin on the ball, where the first few were like duffed out. That was like boof, powder out, stopping it. So when you're short-sided, you could open it half amount of that, and then you get to stop. Thanks for attention. Very, very good.